Hey guys, welcome to another episode of AB in the Films. Guys, before I talk about this movie, I just want to say I apologize for the flaws I made in the Dark Knight Rises review. So now that we got that out of the way, here is Lawless. Okay, I'm going to talk about how I came across this movie because I didn't see any ads or promos or posters, nothing for this movie. I didn't even know it was out. But let me tell you how I saw this. About a week before, in fact, it was the weekend the movie was released. I went to go see the Eagles in concert with my mom, and the band that opened up for them, they were known as JD and the Straight Shot. And in fact, here's their CD, because they were selling CDs in the lobby, and I got one. It was for free. Here's the CD. And these are the guys that wrote the main song for Lawless. It's called Midnight Run. Willie Nelson sings it in the movie. But Midnight Run's on here. It's one of my favorite songs. I listen to it all the time. This is on my iPod. This is great, that song. That song is so good. I keep forgetting the movie is called Lawless. I keep thinking the movie's called Midnight Run. And it isn't. That's that Charles Grodin, Robert De Niro movie. Wrong movie. But anyway, on to the movie. When I walked into this movie not really knowing anything about it, I knew it was about bootlegging, the moonshine, 1930s Virginia. I got that. What I wasn't expecting was a great performance, not only from Shia LaBeouf, because I don't expect much out of him. I mean, except for Disturbia. Disturbia was the only thing that I really liked him in. Didn't like him in the Transformer movies. I only saw the first one. I heard that Revenge of the Fallen sucked. I don't want to go see it. And I heard the third one was just as bad. So I don't care about those. I didn't see Indiana Jones 4. Don't want to see it. I know what happens. Don't want to go through it. So the only thing I really liked him in was Disturbia. And if I forget any other of his movie roles, I probably haven't seen it. But I liked him in this movie. I thought he was very warm-hearted, and even though he was doing criminal things, criminal acts, I should say, he's still a decent character. I like the way his character goes throughout the movie. I like it how, because here's the thing, he's one of three brothers, and he's the youngest, and I like how he goes from this little kid up to, like in a way, he kind of becomes an adult by the end of this movie. Like, if you see how his character progresses, I don't want to give too much away, because I really want you guys to check out this movie. I think this movie, I doubt it. I'm positive this movie will have Oscar nominations in 2013. I guarantee it. Somewhere in this movie lies Oscar nominations. Somewhere. I know it. But I like Shia LaBeouf in this, which really shocked me, because I don't really like him that much. But he was actually a pretty good, decent performance in that. Tom Hardy. Brilliant in this. I'm convinced, everything Tom Hardy touches, he possibly cannot screw up. He is such a brilliant actor. I mean, to do the Christopher Nolan movies, Inception and Dark Knight Rises, how could I forget that? To do this movie, like, first of all, even if you have seen this, you probably know what I'm going to talk about. He's almost immortal in this movie, and by the third time, when they pretty much say that he's kind of immortal, it kind of gets to be sort of a joke, and it kind of loses its edge in a way. I still laughed at it, but it was still kind of stupid in some way, but by the third time. Again, I'm not going to ruin anything for you guys. So, but yeah, I loved his performance in that. He plays, he's also one of the other brothers of the Bondurant brothers. Hang on, let me just see if I'm... Okay, I just want to see if I'm pronouncing that right. The Bondurant brothers. He's Forrest, and they say that a lot in the movie. But he is... I really liked his performance, even though most of his dialogue is just this. And it's just so badass. But yeah, I mean, like, he doesn't have a lot of lines in this movie. I didn't think he had a lot of lines in the movie, but I really did enjoy his performance. He's such a badass. Here's how much of a badass Tom Hardy is in this movie. He doesn't have to say anything, and he's still intimidating. That is a huge accomplishment for an actor to get especially right especially in a movie like this, in a violent picture just like this. That is brilliant, and I love the fact that he goes down that path. Guy Pearce, who plays the agent who is trying to... He will stop at nothing to keep the Bonnarott brothers from making moonshine. He wants to stop them. He wants to kill them. This guy is psychotic. And here's the deal. I freaking hate this guy. Okay, this guy really makes you hate him in the movie. Okay, because he's such a dick. But it's kind of hard to say. Like, here's the deal. These are the things where I say the movie won't be nominated for Best Picture. The actors most likely will get nominations. But other than that, it's a pretty good movie. Oh, there's something else I want to bring up before I forget. I want to get to Gary Oldman for a second here. Gary Oldman, they really build up his name in this movie. I mean, like, he's the third actor to come in this movie. Like they say, it's starring Shia LaBeouf, Tom Hardy, Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman... He's in the movie for like 10 minutes out of a 2-hour movie. He only has like 10 minutes of screen time total. He's barely in this, which is kind of like false advertising if you think about it. Like, why couldn't you put him like and Gary Oldman? I don't know why you had to put him third in line, because like he's barely in the movie. I will say an interesting performance, but you know he's not really, he's barely in the movie. And I'm like, by the end of the movie I'm like, wait a second, where's Gary? What happened to Gary Oldman? He was in the movie for like 2 scenes. That's it. You know, but anyway, I shouldn't leave out Jessica Chastain's performance in this, who is just brilliant. She plays an ex-dancer who has moved in. She's moved out of Chicago and she's moving into Virginia or West Virginia. I forget the setting. It's something Virginia. It's either Virginia or West Virginia. She moves in with the Bonnarott brothers and their bar. And she just moves in as the bartender, you know, to get away from her life in Chicago. And she actually starts to have a romance with Forrest, who is Tom Hardy's character. And I loved that romance. I really got into that. I bought it. I love the fact how they bounce off each other with their dialogue. I love the brilliant dialogue that they share in conversations that they have, in romantic scenes. I love that. You buy every minute of that. Now, when it comes to Shia LaBeouf's romance, I didn't buy that. I did not buy that, and let me tell you why. I don't remember her name. Put it in the comments if you know. I know she's the chick from Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. She was Alice. It's Mia something. I forget her name. But in this movie, she's only used as a love interest. That's it. There is no character. I literally don't remember anything about her character. I don't remember anything from her. I really don't. She is just there to give Shia LaBeouf a love interest. That's pretty much it. Because here's the deal. Shia LaBeouf's character is from a family where everyone in the town knows their name. They know they're up to no good. They don't like those guys. This girl sees Jack Bondurant, who is Shia LaBeouf. She sees him, and they start talking, and he keeps going back to her because he likes her, but she keeps saying, no, 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 I don't want to have anything to do with what you're doing. You know, my father is like, he's like the head sheriff of the town or something like that, and he'll kill you if I ever went out with you. And in the end, she goes with him, you know. We all know what's gonna happen. And I don't remember a damn thing from her. And I didn't buy into that romance at all. Like every time there was a scene with her and Jack, I always said to myself, "Can we go back to Forrest's love interest, please?" I'm a million more times interested in that than I am with this. Seriously, like I didn't care about that. Now I will say something about the third brother. The third brother, I don't remember his name. I don't know the actor. I know that's terrible to say. But I kind of forget like what his performance was, because out of all 3 of them, Forrest is like he's like the main guy that everyone remembers. Like he's like front and center here. Like you'd think it's Shia LaBeouf, but it really isn't. It's Tom Hardy, and I think Tom Hardy he deserves an Oscar nomination for this. I think he's just brilliant here. I love Jessica Chastain. She should be nominated for this. Shia LaBeouf, not so much. It was a decent performance. Not an Oscar-nominated performance, but it was still a decent performance. I enjoyed it. I love where this movie goes. I love how But you know, I'm not denying Shia LaBeouf here. I will say he did do a decent performance. I like where his character goes in the movie, but I wasn't 100% invested in him. Now, if the movie had been all about Tom Hardy, which it pretty much is in a way, that would be a million more times interesting. But it was still okay. And you know what? I would go see it again. And when a movie makes me do that, I know it's got to be a good one. So I would say go see Lawless. I really did enjoy it. In fact, I can't wait to see if this gets when this gets the nominations. But this movie's definitely on my list of the top 10 best films of 2012 so far. This is on the list. I really did enjoy this movie a lot. I think I might go see it again, actually. So yeah, I say go see it. I think it's a great film. There are a lot of laughter. There's a lot of laughter. There's a lot of comedic moments in this. There's a lot of serious moments in this. There's a lot of violent moments in this too. Obviously this is rated R. This is not for kids. It's very violent. But what I most love about this movie, and this is like the top 5 reasons, is the song. The song Midnight Run is just so catchy, and it goes so brilliantly with this movie, that I'm going to play the song while I sign out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back next week.